for earthquake safety. And they took a loan out on it, $300,000.
Nate Holden, the influential American politician who served in both the California State Senate and the Los Angeles City Council, has passed away at the age of 95. Known for his passionate advocacy for civil rights, public safety, and community development, Holden was a defining figure in Los Angeles politics for more than 3 decades. Born on 1929, at just 16, he enlisted in the U.S. Army, serving as a military policeman.
I'm Nate Holden, former California State Senator, retired, former Los Angeles City Council person.
After his service, Holden earned his high school diploma and later studied design and engineering. He began his professional life as an aerospace engineer, working for Bell Laboratories and later relocating to California in 1955 to work in the defense industry. In 1987, he was elected to the Los Angeles City Council, where he represented the 10th District for 4 consecutive terms until 2003. Throughout his tenure, Holden fought for community-based policies including bans on replica firearms, initiatives against gang violence, and improved neighborhood services. He was a bold, often controversial voice on the council, unafraid to challenge established power structures in the name of justice. Nate Holden's contributions are memorialized through the Nate Holden Performing Arts Center in Los Angeles, a tribute to his enduring support for the arts and the community. He is survived by his son Chris Holden, a member of the California State Assembly, and Reginald Holden, a deputy sheriff with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. Rest in peace, Nate Holden.
Takže, dobrý den, dobrý večer, podle toho, kdy to uvidíte.
Jiří Bartoška, the beloved Czech actor and longtime president of the Karlovy Very International Film Festival, has passed away at the age of 78. Known for his magnetic stage presence, powerful screen performances, and cultural leadership, Bartoška was a pillar of Czech artistic and civic life for over 5 decades. Born on 1947, Bartoška studied acting at the Janáček Academy of Music and Performing Arts in Brno.
Dobré poledne, dobré odpoledne, dobrý večer, to je podle toho.
His professional journey began at the Goose on a String Theater in 1972 and led him to some of the country's most acclaimed stages, including Sinohrny Studio in Ústí nad Labem and Prague's Theater on the Balustrade. In 1991, he co-founded the Divadlo Without Railings, continuing to perform in theater throughout his career. Bartoška rose to national prominence with television hits like Sanitka, 1984, and Neviditelní, while his film career was marked by memorable roles in Sekal Has to Die, 1998, All My Loved Ones, and Tiger Theory, 2016. His performance in All My Loved Ones earned him the Czech Lion Award for Best Supporting Actor in 2000. Beyond acting, Bartoška was a committed activist. He was a signatory of Charter 77 and a co-founder of Civic Forum, standing alongside Václav Havel during the Velvet Revolution. His deep sense of justice and democracy shaped his public image as much as his artistry. As president of the Karlovy Very International Film Festival from 1994 until his passing, Bartoška transformed the event into a globally respected cinematic celebration, drawing major international stars and re-establishing the festival as a cultural landmark. Rest in peace, Jiří Bartoška.
There's no limit to how extravagant the wedding could be, but we also thought that
James Foley, the acclaimed American film director best known for the powerful Glengarry Glen Ross and the 50 Shades sequels, has passed away at the age of 71. He died on May 2025 after a battle with brain cancer, leaving behind a legacy of stylish, intense, and often genre-defining storytelling in both film and television. Born on 1953, Foley grew up in Staten Island and developed a passion for filmmaking early on.
Darker is about will their relationship survive, and
he earned his undergraduate degree from SUNY Buffalo before completing his MFA in film at the University of Southern California, where his cinematic journey began in earnest. Foley's directorial debut came with Reckless in 1984, but it was at Close Range, 1986, starring Sean Penn and Christopher Walken, that cemented his reputation as a director of rare emotional intensity. His 1992 adaptation of David Mamet's Pulitzer Prize-winning play Glengarry Glen Ross remains a towering achievement, featuring unforgettable performances by Al Pacino, Chet Lemon, and Alec Baldwin. Over the years, Foley showcased his versatility with thrillers like Fear, 1996, and Confidence, and later reached a new generation by directing 50 Shades Darker, 2017, and 50 Shades Freed, 2018, 2 entries in the blockbuster romantic franchise. Foley was also a gifted television director, helming standout episodes of House of Cards, Billions, and Twin Peaks. His artistic collaboration with Madonna in the 1980s produced iconic music videos for Live to Tell, Papa Don't Preach, and True Blue, further demonstrating his flair for visual storytelling. Known for his precision, patience, and quiet intensity behind the camera, James Foley leaves behind a body of work that spans genres and decades, and continues to influence filmmakers and audiences alike. Rest in peace, James Foley.
You're exactly what we need, and that really made me feel great.
Chet Lemon, the spirited American baseball player and three-time All-Star outfielder who played a key role in the Detroit Tigers' 1984 World Series triumph, has passed away at the age of 70. He died on May 2025 at his home after a long battle with health issues including polycythemia vera and multiple strokes. Born on 1955, Chet was a gifted athlete from a young age.
At a great ceremony prior to the game, and I know, Rod, as a former teammate of yours, you've got a special fondness for Chet.
Drafted 22nd overall by the Oakland Athletics in 1972, he was soon traded to the Chicago White Sox, where he blossomed into one of the American League's premier center fielders. In 1977, he set an AL record with 512 outfield putouts, a mark that still stands today. Lemon earned All-Star selections with the White Sox in 1978 and 1979, and again in 1984 with the Tigers, the same year he helped lead Detroit to a 104-win season and a World Series championship. His fearless playing style, including his signature headfirst slides and league-leading hit-by-pitch stats, made him a fan favorite and a respected presence in any lineup. Over his 16-year MLB career, Chet Lemon played in nearly 2,000 games, finishing with a .273 batting average, 215 home runs, and 884 RBIs. He retired in 1990 but never stepped away from the game he loved. Rest in peace, Chet Lemon.
Pare no em va parlar mai d'aquesta novel·la, no se'n parlava a casa.
Joan de Sagarra, the acclaimed Spanish writer, journalist, and cultural commentator who coined the term Gauche Divine to define a generation of progressive Barcelona intellectuals, has passed away at the age of 87. A sharp chronicler of Catalan life and a master of irony, de Sagarra's influence on Spain's literary and journalistic landscape spanned more than 6 decades. Born on 1938, after studying law in Barcelona, he moved to Paris in the early 1960s to study theater at the Sorbonne.
Els darrers anys del franquisme. Acostumava a venir a dinar aquí.
His early writings on the arts were published in the French weekly Arts, setting the tone for a lifelong engagement with cultural commentary. Upon returning to Barcelona, de Sagarra became a prominent figure in Spanish journalism. His work appeared in Tele/Express, The Country, The Weather, and The Vanguard, where his column became a staple for readers seeking sharp, witty takes on everything from politics to poetry. In 1967, he famously coined Gauche Divine to describe the left-leaning, bourgeois bohemian crowd that gathered in the city's Boccaccio nightclub, a term that captured an entire era of cultural rebellion under the Franco regime. Throughout his career, Joan de Sagarra received numerous honors, including the National Journalism Prize of Catalonia, the City of Barcelona Journalism Award, and France's Officer of the Order of Arts and Letters. In 2024, he was awarded Barcelona's Gold Medal for Cultural Merit. Rest in peace, Joan de Sagarra.
People say, what are you going to do for a living? Because in my case, I thought.
Fred Graham, the celebrated New Zealand sculptor, educator, and former Māori All Black rugby player, has passed away at the age of 96. Known for his groundbreaking work in contemporary Māori art, Graham was a pioneer whose life bridged the worlds of sport, culture, and education with extraordinary grace and impact. Born in 1928, his early career began in education, where he trained at Ardmore Teachers College before working as a primary school teacher. His artistic talent soon led him to become an arts advisor to Maori schools during the 1950s, where he collaborated with influential figures such as Ralph Hotier and Muru Walters, helping to lay the foundations for the modern Maori art movement. Rest in peace, Fred Graham.
Nie die Hoffnung verloren, aber
Xatar, the trailblazing Kurdish-German rapper, music producer, and entrepreneur, has passed away at the age of 43. Known for his gritty storytelling, powerful presence, and remarkable journey from refugee to cultural icon, Xatar was a defining voice in German hip-hop and a symbol of reinvention and resilience. Born on 1981, Xatar fled with his family from political persecution in Iran and Iraq during his early childhood. They eventually settled in Bonn, Germany, where he was raised.
Vis-à-vis alles oder nix. Zähl so viele Scheine du kannst, bevor du sitzt.
His musical journey began with classical piano lessons, but his passion quickly shifted to hip-hop after discovering Dr. Dre's The Chronic. In 2007, Xatar founded his own label, Alice Oder Nix Records, and released his debut album Alice Oder Nix in 2008. The album's raw, unfiltered portrayal of street life struck a chord with listeners and earned him instant credibility in the German rap scene. In 2009, Xatar became the center of media attention after orchestrating a gold heist that led to his arrest and an 8-year prison sentence. Yet even in prison, his creative output didn't cease. He recorded the album 415 Behind Bars, which only deepened his legend among fans. Rest in peace, Xatar!